Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started on this webinar this morning. This webinar is about our new municipal group buying program from Elias, and we want to thank you all for joining us this morning. We're pretty excited, and based on the number of attendees, it seems that our province, our sector is pretty excited as well. So we're glad you could join us this morning. Couple of housekeeping items I just want to review. My name is Jeff Barton. I'm the Energy and Asset Services Manager for LAS, and this program falls under my purview. I'm here at our head office in Toronto with Tanner Watt, and Tanner is the staff member here who's going to be doing a lot of outreach from the Toronto area to the province, along with our two speakers today, Ainsley Murdoch and Tyler Hanneman. They'll be presenting the program, and they're also going to be doing outreach throughout the province. So we are recording this webinar. This will be posted or sent out via email along with a PDF of the slides in case you want to share it amongst yourselves. That will be sent out in the next couple of days, and we will reserve questions until the end of the webinar. To enter a question, along the bottom of your screen you should see a button called Q&A. Please enter your questions in the Q&A, and we will monitor and try to get to as many of them as we can. Without further ado, I'm going to turn this webinar over to Ainsley and Tyler to chat with you guys about our program, the ins and outs, and how you can get started on it. So thanks for joining us, Ainsley and Tyler. Take it away.
All right. Well, good morning, and thank you, Jeff, for the introduction. And thank you all for participating in the Municipal Group Buying Program webinar today. As Jeff mentioned, my name is Ainsley Murdoch, and I'm the Client Relations Manager with the LAS Municipal Buying Group Program. I'm here joined with Tyler Hanneman, our Business Development Manager, who will be assisting with the presentation. And as Jeff noted, just feel free to ask any questions that pop up throughout the presentation, and we will respond to them at the Q&A period at the end. All right. So first, we're going to talk about why we created the program. As you're aware, there are various municipal demands and responsibilities that you face on a regular basis. So this includes political and economical pressures, increased costs and restricted budgets, and accountability to taxpayers to get the best prices on products and services. So there's also a public tendering and procurement policies where you must set quotes and or go to tender for larger purchases in order to be trade compliant. So we've created a solution to simplify this process that will save you time and money in the long run, where you receive reduced costs on the majority of products and service you utilize on a regular basis. So we're here to help with you in all your procurement policies and requirements. So we created the Municipal Buying Group Program to leverage group buying with other associations across Canada to receive preferred membership pricing on products and services. So we work in partnership with 120 suppliers and over 2,000 members across Canada. So this accounts for a total purchasing power of over 200 million that members can benefit from. So using our program will give you access to a wide range of industry standard products and services at discounted pricing. So the best part is we have tendered on behalf of all the Ontario municipalities, so you don't have to. We have publicly and competitively gone to RFP for all of our programs, so our pricing and procurement process is fair, transparent, and consistent. So I'm going to dive into some of the more key membership benefits so you can see the real power behind the program. So as noted, you receive preferred membership pricing, which could be upwards of 55% off manufacturer pricing, which is a huge discount. So you have access to a wide variety of vendors and suppliers, where we work with national accounts that utilize local distributors. So you can continue to support your local dealers and your local economy through our program. Our buying power comes from obtaining pricing from the manufacturer direct versus the distributor. So we research and submit RFPs on a municipal needs to offer industry standard products on everything from office supplies to heavy equipment. And many of our suppliers offer free quotes, member needs assessments, or cost analysis, which is great because you can make sure you see firsthand the discounts you'll be receiving before you purchase or commit to anything. So we want to be your trusted partner where we market on your behalf and go to RFP on a regular basis to negotiate best prices for our members. As noted, we have gone to tender for each and every one of our programs, so you don't have to, and you get to utilize a wide range of suppliers and vendors that we've built partnerships with. We are fully trade compliant with CFDA, where we've publicly tendered on your behalf to make sure your procurement obligations are fulfilled. So in essence, we've completed all the administration and procurement process on behalf of our members to develop transparent and fair RFP process, where you can access a wide variety of suppliers and industry standard products, all without going to tender, because we've done that on your behalf. So we've made sure that for all of our programs, we are fully trade compliant with the Canadian Free Trade Agreement, including purchases over 100,000, where we've publicly tendered on behalf of all of our members and municipalities. So the only thing municipalities have to do to fulfill their trade compliant obligations is post a municipal declaration or notice of planned procurement on their website for once a year, about 2 weeks at a time. We will provide the documentation that outlines this process after the presentation, and I also include it in my kits when I'm meeting with municipalities, so I will be distributing that as well and going through that process. So now I'm going to talk about some of our programs and their key benefits. So one of our best programs in terms of discounted pricing is our tire program. So our national accounts are with Michelin and Goodyear, and we use Tirecraft and Cal Tire as distributors to offer upwards of 55% off manufacturer pricing on a wide variety of tires, including OTR, agriculture, commercial, and offshore tires. And they have a really great retreading program as well. So another great program that we have is our office supplies program. Our office supplies program is with Staples Business Advantage, where you can access online ordering and receive free next day delivery to most areas for purchases over $50. So they supply anything from office furniture to office supplies, and they also include workplace safety devices such as AED monitors and equipment. So they offer competitive pricing, and they actually price match all their competitors' pricing on a regular basis on their website through eway.ca to ensure that members receive the best pricing. So they can also do a free analysis and offer custom spending reports through the online portal. So it's a really great program because, like I said, they've done competitive pricing, so you know you're getting the best pricing for office supplies using this program. So another program we have is with Enterprise Fleet Management. With this program, they cycle fleets of 15 or more vehicles, old to new. This includes half-ton trucks, fire trucks, peace officer units. So they offer equity leases, so there's no mileage and wear and tear restrictions, where the RM holds all the right to the equity. Or they also do self-funded options where they find the best time to sell your vehicle and you get the value at the consumer level. So this leverages the buying power, so you can buy at local dealers but at manufacturer pricing. They also offer a free fleet analysis to present a custom design solution and execute a plan based on your unique requirements and your unique budget. So there's no contracts or obligations, and you can exit the program at any time. And all the reports you can see online, including fuel management and maintenance, so you can see where your vehicle's at. They also allow you to do decals on your vehicle as well. So we also have a traffic supplies program offered through ETS Traffic. So they offer, with ETS Traffic, they offer HIP sheeting and diamond grade quality signs with a 7-year prorated of warranties. They do competitive pricing and offer custom signs and strategic planning for flooding, festivals, constructions, and they also do barriers and rerouting systems as well. So we have developed a capital purchasing program with SourceWell. This is out of the state, so it opens you up to a wide range of suppliers and market for the purchase of heavy equipment. So our capital purchasing program offers members hundreds of equipment choices, including graders, trucks, and other supplies. So some of our suppliers include Caterpillar, Case IH, John Deere, New Holland Tractors, Volvo Equipment and Trucks, United Rentals, Vermeer, Schultz Industry, and about 20 other suppliers that members can purchase from. So remember, you can purchase anything from agriculture equipment to graders or loaders and receive local dealership support. And you can do this all without going to tender, as we have tendered with all these suppliers on behalf of all of our members. So we satisfy all tender requirements and obligations, and we have fulfilled all trade compliance with CFDA. So this slide shows the traditional bidding process. So you can see how much time and money is spent on staff time and administration costs going to RFP. So since we have competitively and publicly tendered with each and every one of our suppliers and programs, you can save all this time and money for your municipality and for your members by utilizing our program, yet fulfilling your trade compliant obligations. So as noted, we want to be your trusted partner for life to help communities work better and run more efficiently. So we want to be there from start to finish and help you through the entire procurement process, from account setup and purchase to ongoing support after the purchase is made. So that includes warranty and maintenance issues or issues with vendors where we can help escalate the problem and make sure your equipment is up and running the next day. So we're here for you and we want to work for you. So remember, we've done most of the legwork for you in terms of completing the RFP process and making sure the products we offer are industry standard and high quality. As well, we do consolidated and invoicing and manage all that process to make the procurement process as easy as possible on your end. So that's it for the presentation, and this is just the beginning. Tanner and I will be making visits to your municipality. So Tanner Watt is our municipal energy specialist, but he and I will be doing some joint meetings in the next month. We'll be meeting with your team to discuss this program in more detail. So we just want to make sure that you're utilizing this program to its full potential and receiving preferred membership pricing on all your products and services moving forward. So we look forward to meeting with each and every one of you at your municipality in the near future. So I will hand this off to Jeff now, where Tyler and I can answer some of the questions that came up during the presentation.
All right, so thanks for going through that, Ainsley. I'm sure our attendees will have some questions, and I'd remind you to please type them in the Q&A box. Not in the chat window, so that we're not missing any. There are a couple that I'd like to pose to Ainsley and Tyler. First one is, the next question we have is, do you have any cost recovery language in your contracts, as in, do you receive funding from the vendors based on contract volumes?
I think that would be a question for Tyler if he's free. I'm not sure.
All right, we will come back to that question. There is a question here which I may be able to answer. What's the difference between LAS and OACM pricing? So OACM is the Ontario Education Buying Group, and they Staples as well, Staples Business Advantage has an agreement with them where number of products are very low price, but then the majority of them are not. So products you buy every day, you may get a significant discount, but then if you need something else that is not on that list, it would be at an inflated or regular price, where the LAS program is based on everything gets a discount across the board. We have spoken with Staples, and those who are in OECM cannot participate in LAS's program. The simple reason is they don't want people double dipping. So it will be up to our members to decide if they want to use the OECM pricing or go with LAS. I think over time it would probably work out to a very similar similar price point, but you should note as well, OACM is only Ontario, where LAS is joined with Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, a couple of the Atlantic provinces and territories. So we're representing almost all of Canada's municipalities in terms of our buying power. So we're not just limited to Ontario. Hopefully that answers your question. We'll move on to the next one because it is related to Staples as well. Is the Staples agreement different than the provincial program? So I'm assuming that's related to the one that the provincial government may have.
Yeah, that would be, I'd have to check with Tyler on that.
Is that better?
No, you're still digital.
Okay. That was working good before. Okay.
Okay,
Try one
It's good now.
Good now. Okay, so everybody. Well, no.
No.
And then we'll do this. So so I kind of had to jump out, jump back in. So we're gonna kind of leave off on the questions.
So the question was, are municipalities named on the tender document up front?
So the answer is no. But as a member of LAS, where you do have to pay a membership fee, you're kind of de facto included on an LAS document. But just to cover everybody's T's and I's kind of thing, is we do have to post that MPP or municipal declaration, just so that you're opting into an LAS created program. So that's the requirement we do. With the MPP, it's very, it's a paragraph thing you post on your bidding sites. You can post it on Mercs, and basically it's you choose to use one of or all of the LAS programs kind of thing. It's totally non-committal, and you just post it for a 2-week period, and we never see any challenges on it. And it's just opting in to use the LAS programs.
I just want to clarify, because there's a couple of questions here as well about the fees. Someone's asking, how much is the fee, or what is the fee associated with this program? LAS's programs are open to the entire broader public sector in the province of Ontario, though many of them are geared specifically towards municipalities, as we're the business services arm of AMO. That being said, because we're open to the sector, we do not necessarily charge fees to join our program. So this particular program, there is no fee to join. There's no obligation to purchase. You can use it as a check price if you want. And hopefully you will find it to be very competitive pricing. And there's no, if you order once, there's no obligation to continue ordering time and time again. So it's low commitment, and we're trying to make it accessible to municipalities and the public sector organizations who wish to use them, including schools, hospitals, universities, colleges, etc.
Perfect.
So the other question I was hoping you could answer, Tyler, was do you have any cost recovery language in your contracts? As in, do you receive funding from the vendors based on contract volumes?
No, so everything we have is set discounts, set rates. So we'll take the tire program for example. So it's all based on SKUs of the members' use. So I'll use Michelin. Our Michelin Snow Plus tire is the cheapest Michelin Snow Plus tire you can buy in Canada. That's a set discount rate. You know, and it's in that, I believe it's in the 50% range. Don't quote me on that, but it's one of the premier ones. So that's a set pricing model that we deal with the vendor. So we have a standing offer agreement with Michelin for 3 years with 2 one-year options, and then every year we can, you know, look at the discounts. So, you know, if as a membership we're buying a lot of, you know, a certain SKU of a tire, we're going to see a kind of thing. So there is no actual cost commitment or, you know, cost recovery in the thing. All of our agreements are, you know, guaranteed tender price if you go out on your own or lower. So, and we've never run into any issues with that.
Okay.
Hopefully that answers the question.
Okay. Next question. Does a municipality have to wait until there are others looking for the same purchase?
No. So we're completely standing offer agreement. So if you want to go buy a John Deere loader, you can go to Nortrax, soon to be Brant Tractor, and then go price out your loader that you want. If you want like a 624K, you want a 3-yard bucket on it, they will go there. They'll be fully aware of the program. You just, as a municipality, just say you want to use the Elias, you know, program, and they'll provide you a price spec'd out, completely customizable to what you want, and it'll be the exact same or lower prices if you had gone to tender for that piece of equipment. So you don't have to wait for the other municipalities or any of that. You can go right to the dealers direct and have confidence in the pricing model.
Okay. Is there an agreement that is required to be signed to use this program? From the LAS perspective, we do ask you to fill out a form with your contact info, but there's no contract, so to speak, to join the program, right, Tyler?
Very correct. So the biggest thing will just be we'll ask for some, you know, ship to, bill to information kind of thing, and that's more just so because we have to create sub accounts with some of the vendors that we're dealing with, like Staples for an example. So it's kind of just that administrative part, but there's no actual contract. The biggest thing would be that notice of plan procurement or municipal declaration. But again, nothing's signed by the municipality to commit to anything.
Okay. Will there be new suppliers continually added?
Yeah, yes, I would say so. As the programs grow, we'll look at to add different vendors, different suppliers. So every 3 years, if you're thinking of a tires and you don't see a tire supplier on our program right now, every 3 years we go to tender. If there's a distributor in the area that wants to utilize it, same thing. And then new programs too. As the LAS program grows in success, we'll be looking to add maybe a culvert program or other programs that would be useful for municipalities, useful for the things you guys purchase, every year, every day kind of thing.
Okay. We're going to go back to the office program. The question is, for the office program, do you have to order online or can you go into the store and use the LAS program? Maybe you can clarify the difference between Staples retail and the LAS program.
Right. So the Staples is the Staples Business Advantage is where our contract is with, and that's 100% online. So you go through their eWay website. So with that account, when we set it up, we set you up with a username login. So yeah, you can actually go to the Staples store and receive the same pricing. So it's the 100% online, but they deal with everything from, you know, janitorial supplies to office furniture, computer hardware to, you know, the office supply side of it as well. So it's got quite a bit of things, even promotional material too. Jeff, is they deal, you know, if you're getting, you know, coffee cups made up with your municipality on it, you know, Staples Advantage can help you with that, and their prices are very, very competitive out there. So
Okay. Related to Staples as well, one question is, we have our own Staples account. How can we find out if the LAS program is better?
with that, you can sign up for the LAS account, get your eWay account through us, and then if you you can bring them both up against each other, see pricing, or if you want, you can send Ainsley Tanner the basket of your 10, you know, commonly priced goods, and then we can price that out for you, so you don't have to set up the account. So there's the two ways we can do it. The basket of your 10 most common purchases kind of is the easiest way to do it, because then we'll just give you our prices for those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. With the inclusion of SourceWell, there's a lot of questions coming in, so I'm trying to get through as many as we can. With the inclusion of SourceWell opportunities, will we require a SourceWell membership to take advantage of these opportunities?
No. So with that, with the SourceWell contracts, what we do is we co-post in Canada as they're posting in the States to meet the CFDA and CETA requirements. So we're meeting all those municipal procurement laws. And with that, because we've partnered with SourceWell, your LAS or your AMO member number is the same member number that they'll use at SourceWell. So not every SourceWell program is available in Canada. So if you're on the SourceWell website and looking through, we may have not have co-vetted that in Canada. So it's best to check with you know, Ainsley Tanner or even myself, just to see if we've co-posted that already. So we're moving through them. If there's something that you really need, there we can do. I'm gonna forget what it's called right now, but we can post their RFP and tender saying that we're going to adopt it, and this is just a two-week process. But we're moving through, and we're adding more and more, you know, SourceWell contracts into Canada, kind of every month, every couple months, kind of thing. So. Okay.
So yeah. How often does LAS go to the market for tendering or for RFPs of these different products?
So typically it's a three-year term.
Okay.
So we'll do 3 years with 2 one-year options. So, you know, if we near the end of the term, so we'll use tires for an example. If, you know, the market pricing is showing that tire pricing is going to go really increase over the next, you know, year or two, we may opt into, you know, extend the contract for an additional year, and then reevaluate after that. But typically we do every three years.
Okay. And another question is, has LAS done any tendering for services rather than just goods? And I can answer that. Under the municipal group buying program, right now it's just goods. We do offer a number of other programs that have a service aspect to them. And those can be found on our website, las.on.ca. But under this program, it's just goods for now. Being from a rural municipality, how will we benefit from this program, particular capital purchases? I'm concerned about large delivery costs or other costs as we are somewhat isolated. So a number of our municipalities in the province are very remote. And how does the program deal with that? Maybe you can speak to that.
For sure. So the beauty of the program is you're getting the same price as the largest municipality, but you're still using your local dealer. So if you're, you know, if you have, you know, I should say that if they can handle the national account. So if you have a local tire supplier that is dealing with Michelin Tire, you just go ask them if they can handle the national account national accounts, and if they can, great, you can use the LAS program. to get through. If you're buying, you know, the capital stuff like the loaders, graders, etc., you're going to be dealing with those dealers anyway, so you're still going to be paying that freight cost. We can't do anything about that. What we can save you guys is that administrative time. You're not evaluating what you need. You still got to evaluate what you need, but you're not spending the time writing the tender documents. You're not posting, waiting, then evaluating, and that kind of thing. So we've met those requirements for you. So if you want you're a cat, or you can go to those two dealers and your pricing on the loader you want, and then move forward from there. Or if you just want, you go right to Deere. So it's completely flexible, and you can do whatever you'd like under the program. But we definitely consider the rural and those smaller towns, smaller municipalities, because we don't want to destroy the local business. So our programs are designed to keep those local businesses happy, and it's the manufacturers taking the discounted cuts.
Okay. This question, what exactly does consolidated invoicing mean? Who does the invoice go to, LAS or the municipality?
So the consolidated invoicing is if you go buy, if let's say you buy staples every day, all your invoices will get billed to the master account. So the LAS account, we'll consolidate them into one. You can still see them, burst out. So on the 23rd you bought this, 24th you bought this, 25th you bought this, and just batch it all together and send it so that you're only, as a municipality, paying LAS the one bill instead of the 5 different staples bills. So it's consolidated that way, and that's why when we set up the accounts, we need the bill to, ship to kind of thing, because you will see an LAS invoice. Excuse me.
So I just want to clarify, some of the offerings under the group buying program you will pay direct to the supplier, and some LAS will have to pay, and then we send an invoice to our members. The reason for this is we are able to pay very quickly, and they demand quick payment in order to be able to offer the kind of pricing that these vendors are offering. So some of the programs you will be receiving an invoice from LAS for the products that you purchase. Another question is, are you providing links to the pricing and agreements on your website?
So the pricing, we can get to it if it gets behind a locked portal. With a lot of our contracts are the tire dealers, Michelin, Goodyear, they don't want the pricing available to the public, so they don't want that just on a public website. So if we can get it behind a locked login feature, we'd be happy with that. Otherwise, at the moment, I believe we have to contact Ainsley or Tanner to get the pricing.
So if a municipality is interested in pricing, we'd recommend they contact Ainsley or Tanner, and Ainsley or Tanner will be able to get them a quote, and you can take that quote, and if it's better than what you currently pay outside of the program, then by all means use your current process. But we suspect that you will find our prices are extremely competitive, and in most cases are not. You can't beat them. So
yeah, and to put it maybe in perspective for everybody listening is our Staples account, it's the second largest account in Canada. So we do have quite a bit of purchasing power behind it. Our tire account, we're Michelin Tire's largest customer outside of the mining sector in Canada. So we are seeing huge volumes go through these programs. So the pricing is there typically on your items. If you're getting kind of an off item that not many people buy, it may not be as competitive. But if it's the commonly purchased things, like I said with the Snow Plus tires for Michelin, you're going to see the savings instantly.
Okay. What kind of savings are available on Gov Deals? Isn't it normally an auction site, and would we save on the Gov Deals fee?
I believe it's still the 7%. I'll have to follow up and check with that.
Yeah, it's 7%.
Yeah, so you're still paying that 7% fee. So it's the same discount on that. It's just we just vetted it out so that, you know, a municipality can use Gov Deals without, you know, having to go to tender on, you know, which auction service to use. So more of a time savings than a cost savings.
Okay. How do I request assistance with the fleet analysis and purchase? We've developed a 10-year replacement strategy, but would appreciate your input.
Yeah, so on that, you reach out to Ainsley or Tanner, and they'll set you up, and they'll find a meeting time where the enterprise fleet guys can come in, and they'll do a total fleet evaluation at that. So they'll really work with your schedule and that kind of thing. That's the best way. We like the in-person meeting for the fleet stuff, just because there's a lot of data and a lot of information that goes into it. So we prefer that method. And enterprise is really good. They'll travel all over and help you out that way.
Okay. Is there a list of suppliers available? In fact, for the capital purchasing, I can speak to this. Elias does have a list of the pre-qualified vendors on our website under the Municipal Group Buying Program. So if you want to see that, you can go there. And we also have a number of different PDFs. So for the tire offering, it would list off like Goodyear and Michelin and who's pre-qualified under there. So is fire department equipment included in capital purchasing, pumper trucks, etc.?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we deal with I'm not going to list them all, but I think it's like Rosenbauer, Spartan, E1. I think we have 5 fire truck manufacturers on there.
And they'll also be listed on our vendor list on our website. So coming back to the Nortrax tractor example, how can you justify a John Deere versus a Cat tractor?
Tractor fronts, I don't know if Caterpillar makes a tractor, so that may have just been a slip up.
Or a case.
Yeah, so you'd have to do the cost, you know, benefits in your municipality. If it's kind of moving, we created these programs to move away from lowest bid to best value. If you're buying a Cat loader over a case loader, during the life cycle of that machine, you know, service is dependent. So if your local distributor or dealer of the equipment, if they give you great service and, you know, case gives you great service, but the Cat doesn't, that may drive your purchases more towards case. But if it's the other way around, you may be more Cat. If you're looking at resale of the machines, Cat does command a higher resale value on, you know, their machines typically than a case or John Deere. So it's really, this is just a tool for you to use in your procurement. We're not trying to push you any which way. I just do those examples because they're common. But if you love case and, you know, that's where you want to go, you can go right to case. If you want to shop pricing and get 3 quotes for, you know, comparable loaders still under the program, you can do that. If you just want to compare 2, you can do that. So it's completely up to you. It's just a tool in the toolbox. Yeah, so it gives you the freedom. It doesn't bind you to your own tender process, where if you are a low bid, you know, you're stuck with the low bid kind of thing. So it really opens it up, and, you know, you can get the more best value products.
Okay. Next question. Do LAS agreements cover fleet purchases such as pickup trucks, tandem snowplows, etc.?
So anything under a 3-ton truck, we can do through the enterprise fleet. We don't actually have any capital programs for the purchasing of like a Ford pickup or a, you know, Chevy pickup. We're just not there yet. But if you're looking at the bigger trucks like a Kenworth or I'm blanking, you can get those bigger snowplow trucks or rock trucks, salt trucks kind of thing through the program. Yeah, and that'll be listed on the LAS list as well.
Do you have wording to include in our purchasing policy to authorize this type of purchase? I know we have wording that you can post on your website to state that you are participating, but in terms of internal policies to allow them to participate, do you have wording?
I don't believe we have. That's something we can definitely look at, and that we'll pass that with you, Jeff, too, because it'd be no different if it were using the streetlight program or something like that. So it's something we can definitely help develop if that's a definite need for you municipalities out there.
Yeah, I think every municipality will be different. I know in a number of our programs, some have wording that allows them to use cooperative purchasing agreements, and some does not. So that's specific to each municipality, but we can definitely do a bit of research to find that out. Will you be providing the RFP or tender documents and submissions to participating agencies for audit trail purposes? If you can't answer this, Tyler, I can.
Take it away, Jeff. I'm getting tired of talking.
I think I'm getting tired of hearing your voice, maybe. I don't know.
No, it's all good.
In terms of CFDA, the requirement for piggybacking or taking advantage of third party, the onus is really being put on the procuring entity. So in this case, LAS and our partners. So the municipalities can defer to our process and say, well, we didn't actually procure this, but the onus is on LAS to ensure that it complies with CFDA requirements. I'm not sure that we can put all the tender documents and submissions on a public site or provide those. And I don't know that that's even required because you are deferring to our process. The next question is the LAS membership separate from AMO membership, or is it all included in the AMO membership? So in terms of being a member of AMO, yeah, LAS is part of AMO, so our programs are open to you. But as I mentioned earlier, we are not just for our members. We also work with non-members. There are a number of municipalities who just cannot simply afford to be part of AMO, or they choose not to be for one reason or another, and our programs are open to them as well. We're here to help our members, and we're here to help the sector to save money and cut down on everyday purchases and their administrative time and help them out in whatever way we can. Has LAS considered leased equipment options, example, photocopier contracts, as part of this program? So we don't currently have that. I'm not sure if Staples offers that under their eWay umbrella. Tyler?
Yeah, I'm not sure on the office supplies side of it, but I do know with the capital purchasing, you can go and I'm pretty sure you can lease through those contracts. But I'm not 100% on the photocopying. I'll have to follow up on that one for you.
Okay. Next question related to how the payments flow. Do we have to pay LAS directly if we prefer to pay the suppliers directly? Yes. Short answer, yes. Under some of the offerings, you pay the suppliers directly, but under other offerings, you have to pay LAS directly. So we have eWay accounts set up with credit cards associated with each one. If we are to pay LAS, will we lose that ability? So I don't believe that the Staples is one where you pay us directly. I believe that would be the tires.
Staples, you'll pay LAS.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's 3 of them that we have to pay and 2 that others would pay. The other question related to that is, does LAS accept credit cards? Yes, we do. So if you receive an invoice and you wish to pay via credit card, you can do that. So I'm not sure if we answered that question. If they already have accounts set up with eWay, would they lose the ability to pay with their credit cards direct to eWay? I would suggest that they could pay with their credit cards to LAS. But
yes,
you would receive a consolidated invoice once every couple of weeks, I believe it is, and then you would have to reimburse LAS for that cost.
correct.
Another question, very simple. What is the website address? So it's las.on.ca. And under what we do, look for the Municipal Group Buying Program. Has the program given consideration to insurance products?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Insurance is a funny beast in Ontario anyways. I know we have been asked that at our recent conference, and we are exploring what opportunities are out there to provide insurance to municipalities for municipal employees and councillors, etc., elected officials. We do have personal insurance coverage, and that would be found on our webpage as well. That is through Cowan, but we don't have municipal insurance coverage at this point. Our municipality requires tendering for amount of purchase $25,000 and up. How would this work using LAS?
So I think that kind of falls back to that policy question that we kind of answered before. So
Yeah.
you have to, you have to get your council to approve, purchasing through the LAS program or adopting that as an approved purchasing method. Or you can, if there's 3 suppliers or whatever underneath the LAS program, we've done the paperwork for you. You can just go get your pricing kind of thing. So you'll have to work that out with council and you're the CAO kind of thing on what you'd like to do with that.
Okay. Next question is, what are the payment terms to LAS? So right now our payment terms, because we have to pay the suppliers almost immediately upon receipt of invoice, and we are not for profit with not deep pockets. So our terms are going to be net 15. So that gives you 2 weeks from the invoice date to pay it. It's not much different than purchasing on something from Amazon, etc., where you pay almost immediately. So hopefully our members understand that in order to provide this kind of pricing, LAS is assuming some risk financially, and we're trying to work with our members and those who participate to make sure that our prices can be kept down. But in order to do that, we do ask for net 15. Next question. How will invoicing work if we order office supplies through eWay for various departments on various invoices? for auditing purposes, we need to ensure each department is paying for their own office supplies and need to be separated and transparent for the auditors and treasurers. And a related question would possibly be, would the invoice that comes from LAS be clearly itemized for tracking purposes? So basically, when they get a consolidated, when our members get a consolidated invoice, how do they know which department it's supposed to go to? Is that identified somehow?
I'd have to check on the department. I think when we set up the accounts, depends how much information you give us. You know, we do have fairly large municipalities using this program already. So they're able to do, I would assume, you know, a specific, you know, it's a owner purchasing comments. We include all the bills that UA gives us with invoicing. So it'll be fully itemized. You'll see what exactly you bought, you know, 14 highlighters, this many reams of paper, and transparent in that.
Okay. Related to invoicing again, if we're invoiced by LAS and wish to return an item, would they contact LAS for a return, or contact the companies such as Staples to process it?
No, you would just you the dealer direct typically. You know, too many papers, or they gave you the wrong thing. You send it back, they credit your account, we see the credit.
Okay. When purchasing a piece of equipment, such as a grader, would LAS pay the invoice after the piece of equipment has been delivered to ensure the equipment meets delivery inspection by the municipality?
So this is one of the programs where you would actually pay the dealer direct. So if you're buying a cat grader from Tormont, you will pay direct, and whatever you set up your payment is, typically it is once the piece has arrived. Then you write that final, you go to Tormont kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. I just want to clarify the three offerings that LAS will pay are the tires program, the office supplies, and the traffic supplies offering. So the example where in this past question where graders, that would fall under capital purchasing, and you would purchase that from your local dealer and pay your local dealer direct. And same with the fleet management, you would pay enterprise direct. And just to confirm, payment to LAS would be net 15, so it would be due within the 15 days. It looks like we've got another question here. Tyler's response for returns went digital. So is it LAS or the companies such as Staples that we contact? Maybe Ainsley, you can repeat that answer.
So LAS or the company?
Yeah. For returns.
For returns? Oh yeah, so it'd be through your UA. Like you could do that through Staples directly for any, and then he just said that the credit would still show on the invoice if consolidated through LAS. So it's just a way to funnel. Like you would see that credit, but you would deal with Staples directly for that.
Okay. One more question. It's a great question, and we've held it to last on purpose. The question is, what is the next step from here if we're interested in participating?
So yeah, like you can contact myself or Tanner. Like I'll be making visits along with Tanner. We're going to be doing some joint visits as early as October 7th. Tanner set up some already and I've been connecting with other municipalities who'd like me to come down. Like, as we mentioned, it's always best to do this in person because I have a full kit with all the product sheets and including that documentation for the notice of plan procurement, or that you would, and I go over that process as well. So it's always best to meet with me in person, and I can meet with your entire team to go over our program and answer any questions you have. So I'd encourage you to reach out to me through email, and then I'll be making some visits, and I'll make sure to visit your municipality and go over the program in further detail. So, and then it's from there, it's just a matter of getting you connected with the right local representative for the program you're interested in, and setting up that account and making sure you know how to use the program moving forward. So feel free to connect with myself or Tanner, and happy to meet with you.
We also, if you want, we also have an expression of interest form on that webpage for our group buying program. And you can fill that out, and that will have all your information. That will go as well to Ainsley or Tanner if that's easier.
And I think Jeff mentioned, yeah, we'll be sending out after this in the next couple of days, we'll be sending out a recording of the webinar and the copy of the PowerPoint. And that'll also, we'll go over the next steps in terms of how to contact me. And I'd also be interested if you'd like to, set up a meeting and you'd like me to come down. I'll definitely earmark that to make sure that you're one of the first municipalities I visit. But
okay.
There'll be some follow-up emails after this webinar.
Yeah, definitely. So Tanner's going to, anyone who's registered for this webinar will receive an email with the recording and the slide deck and next steps information. So we have no other questions. It's 11 o'clock. Great discussion, great questions today. And I want to just thank all our attendees for attending. And again, if you have any questions, Tanner and Ainsley are here to help you and work with you with anything you might need under this program. So thanks a lot, everyone, for joining. Have a great day.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you all.